Our desire to look hot is learned. The beauty and fashion industries are multi-billion-dollar industries that benefit so much from women's insecurities. We have so much say over who we are, but not that much over what we look like. In pretty much every film you watch, in so many of the songs you listen to, in so many of the conversations that you're a part of, people are discussing women's bodies, women's appearances. People are criticizing women. Of course, you are going to then criticize yourself. You can't help but absorb some of the messaging that is in the environment that you're living in. The world that we live in is just so vocal about how women should look. So please don't punish yourself for adapting to that. Hello beautiful people, welcome to this video. I hope you're feeling safe within your body. If not, take deep breaths as you watch this video and allow yourself to just calm down and melt into the sofa you're sitting on or the bed you're lying down on. Say aloud now, this is my time to relax. This is me time. I am safe. Hello beautiful woman. You are setting yourself up for disappointment and failure if you say to yourself, I can only be happy when I look like this. When I lose weight, then I'll be happy. When our main goal is to look a very certain specific way that actually does feel quite out of reach, we do set ourselves up for daily disappointment, for looking in the mirror and going, oh, still not happy, this is a bad day, I'm not going to attract the people I want into my life, I'm not going to attract the opportunities I want, I'm not going to walk confidently in this body because I'm not here yet, I haven't lost that weight, I haven't grown my hair to this length yet. When our main goal is to look a certain specific way and we repeat in our heads every day, I will be happy when I look like this, it becomes an affirmation that we live by. If you say to yourself, I can only be happy when I look like this, something that you don't currently look like, you're saying, I don't deserve to be happy now. I think we all deserve to be happy now, right in this moment, no matter what you look like. I think as soon as we wake up and we roll out of bed in our toothpaste stained baggy t-shirt, I think we deserve to be happy then. I don't think we should tell ourselves every day that we need to look a certain way in order to be happy. I understand the context of the world that we live in, a patriarchal world that rewards women for looking beautiful, a very certain type of beautiful in terms of what hetero men want to be seeing in women. I realise we get rewarded for looking a certain way by certain men, by patriarchy, but we will constantly feel not enough and unworthy of a joyful, happy life, of good things, if we tell ourselves we can only be happy if we look essentially perfect. That's what we're striving for when we're saying, okay, I've got the haircut, I like my hair now, but I don't like my legs, I want to lose weight. So when I lose weight and my legs look slimmer, then I'm going to be happy. We constantly add things to the list that we want to improve, right? When I look like that, then I'll be happy. I think we just need to scrap this narrative. We need to scrap this main goal of I can be happy when I look like this. Today's video is made in paid partnership with BetterHelp. I have done so far 3 months of therapy with BetterHelp, and it has been the most empowering experience. I have learned so much about myself and how I've been holding myself back. It's so easy to bumble along, repeating old habits without realizing how they shape your life. I have never felt more aware of myself. I know me better thanks to BetterHelp. It's so easy to navigate the world in autopilot mode without really considering how your actions impact the quality of your life. But my therapist has really just woken me up. I really do believe I'm living more consciously now. My therapist has enabled me to kind of see myself clearer. And I know this isn't an isolated situation. So many people find themselves transform when they have someone to watch over them, and someone to guide them, and someone to simply listen to them. For anyone who's doubting the power of externalizing your opinions, your problems, your struggles, I'm here to emphasize the profound impact that simply externalizing your thoughts can have. The release and sense of ease that you feel when you share your thoughts with an expert is profound. I'm honestly so grateful that BetterHelp has paired me with my current therapist. They really have done so much for me. So if you want to connect with a therapist on BetterHelp like I did, go to betterhelp.com/Southerberry. I'm going to put it up here. Make sure you spell Southerberry right. Or just choose Alessia Southerberry when you're signing up, and then you get to enjoy a special discount on therapy for the first month. I want to thank BetterHelp so much for being in paid partnership with this video. When you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see, I don't want you to say to yourself, this is the end, this is my story, because it's not. What you see is just your outer layer. It's just the home to your soul. It's just the home to your personality, and that is where the real beauty lies. And I know it's very easy for me to say this. It's so easy to just roll your eyes when you hear me saying beauty comes from within, but you know it does. If your partner is the most good-looking person, but they start to treat you really badly, they start to make fun of your hobbies, they talk over you, they don't appreciate you, they don't treat you, are you going to want to be with them? Are you going to want to stay around? Are you going to enjoy time with them? Are you going to be attracted to their energy? Your story isn't, I look like this, I have the cool girl aesthetic and that is it, that's my story. Or I'm the pixie girl aesthetic, I am the countryside girl aesthetic. You are not an aesthetic, you are a multifaceted human being. You are a sister, you are a friend, you are a creator, you are a passionate human being, you are a curious person, you are a nature lover. You have so much more than what you see in the mirror. And I completely understand that we live in a world that has such loud opinions on women's bodies and appearances. So it's so easy to hyperfixate on how you look and feel like everyone else is concerned with how you look. And yes, a lot of people are, but I don't want to attract people that want to be near me because of how I look. I want to attract people that want to be near me because of who I am, because of what I have to share, because of the energy that I give off. If I attract people that only want to be around me, or mainly want to be around me because of how I look, they're not going to let me be myself authentically. They're not going to listen when I have things to share. They're not going to be supportive when I'm struggling because they just want me to look good, to be pouting and smiling and looking beautiful the whole time. I don't want to attract those kind of people into my life. It will be exhausting to keep those people entertained and interested because no one can maintain this beautiful look the whole time. We are going to be crying. We are going to be, when we're drawing, having our concentration face on. We deserve to be ourselves and to relax and to detach from this outer layer when we're with people. So I think we need to come up with a new goal, because every day you are saying to yourself, I will be happy when I look like this. Or you're looking in the mirror and you're criticizing how you look and you're really focusing on your exterior and it's becoming all you think about. It's consuming you. When you go out in public, all you're thinking about is, do they think I'm attractive? Are they looking at me? Do they think I look ugly? It becomes your whole world when you spend so much time thinking about it and you allow yourself to go down these thought spirals. Oh my gosh, how do I look? How are they interpreting me? I need to change this. The more we focus on those thoughts and we feed into those thoughts, the louder they get and the more likely they are to shape our reality. So yeah, when you next get that thought, like, I don't feel good enough, I don't feel beautiful enough, I want to change this, I want you to remind yourself that your goal in life is probably to be happy, and that looking a certain way isn't the method you want to take in order to reach this state of being happy and joyful and peaceful. By the way, no one can be in a permanent state of happiness and joy. We're humans, we experience the fluctuations of emotions, that's just reality for us. But a state where we're quite comfortable with life and the people around us, we want to get there. But the way in which we do get there is really important. If you focus on looking a certain way to get there, you will start surrounding yourself with people that want you to look beautiful and keep your mouth shut. You will attract a life that requires you to constantly look perfect, to keep up appearances in order to keep that life going. So we want to go down this different route. We want to feel happy by means of being ourselves. We want to attract people that are genuinely interested in our feelings, in our stories. We want to connect with people that are like-minded. That's how we want to go about feeling good and happy. So I want you to change your goal of, I want to look like this, to, I want to focus on being in harmony with nature. That could be an example goal. I'd say one of my main goals is to empower women through my videos and my coaching service. Another goal that you might have is to create art that represents how you feel and what you've gone through and connect with people through that art. Or your goal might be to promote the vegan message and liberate animals. Whatever it is, whatever goal you can cling on to, even if it's something a bit more simple and light-hearted, like I'm here to connect with my family and friends and experience life. I think it's so important to replace that goal of trying to look a certain way with something a little bit deeper and more meaningful. Replace that goal of, I want to look like this, with, I want to make people feel like this. I want to connect with nature in this way. I want to create videos like this. Whatever it is that excites you, that you're curious about, that you're passionate about, create that goal that you can repeat every day, that you can remind yourself of when you're looking in the mirror and you're thinking, I don't look good enough, when you're panicking and you're changing your outfits and you're trying to look hot and sexy and panicking that your day or your evening is not going to go well until you look really good. You'll have that goal that you've set in place. It's okay. I'm not here to look beautiful for men. I'm not here to be an object that displays no emotions but only just pouts and looks good. I am here to connect with women. I am here to connect with nature. I'm here to be my authentic self. Whatever goal that you can cling on to with a lot of faith, I encourage you to vocalize that. I encourage you to write that down in your journal and remind yourself of it when you start to panic that you're not beautiful enough. Remind yourself that that is not your goal. That is not your job. In pretty much every film you watch, in so many of the songs you listen to, in so many of the conversations that you're a part of, people are discussing women's bodies, women's appearances. People are criticizing women. Of course, you are going to then criticize yourself. You can't help but absorb some of the messaging that is in the environment that you're living in. The world that we live in is just so vocal about how women should look. So please don't punish yourself for adapting to that and for taking in some of those ideas. But also know that you have the power to say, I don't need to focus on looking a certain way, on changing my beautiful body that enables me to hug my friends and eat this delicious food and go for these amazing walks. I don't need to change that body. And I'm going to let go of that idea now and start to focus on things that are actually going to make me feel fulfilled and that are actually within my control. We can only change so much about our bodies, about our physical appearance. So we feel massively out of control, but you gain your power back when you say, actually, I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to work on my insecurities. I'm going to work on feeling more self-love. I'm going to work on my friendships, on feeling really comfortable and valuable within those friendships. That's within your control. You can grow, you can adapt, you can change. That's within your power. You can become a better friend. You can develop more self-love if you put time and energy into it, like you are doing now by watching this video. Thank you for watching, by the way. We have so much say over who we are, but not that much over what we look like. So if you want to get rid of this feeling of frustration and, oh, I feel so out of control and why is nothing going right and why are none of these outfits looking good? If you want to feel more powerful and calm and collected, turn away from the mirror and look inwards and question what needs need to be met. Maybe have a little journaling session, or maybe comment in the comment section of this YouTube video. We can all have conversations about what we're struggling with and why we feel so adamant on looking beautiful. What are we trying to achieve? Are we trying to feel closer to people, more loved by some people? Are we feeling lonely? If you're feeling lonely and you want to attract more friends or romance into your life, is focusing on looking a certain way the best way to attract those people? Or maybe focusing on going to pottery classes or whatever represents who you are and what you're interested in. Is that a better way to attract people and connect and meet with people that are on your wavelength? Stop vocalizing your criticisms of other women's bodies. Stop saying, oh, why is she wearing that outfit? It's so unflattering. And, oh, that's quite a bright colour on her. She doesn't really suit it. It's okay if you have some critical commentary going on in your head. We live in a world, as I said earlier, that is so loudly criticising women's bodies and appearances. It's inevitably going to be absorbed by your subconscious, and sometimes you're going to get thoughts when you're around other women that are not so nice. That is okay. That is not you. You are not your thoughts. We are our actions, how we behave, how we treat people. That's who we are, how we show up in this world. Those judgmental thoughts will crop up in your head. What I want you to not do is to vocalize those judgmental thoughts, to form connections with other people based upon criticizing other people and making fun of other people. Those negative thoughts that come up don't need to be something that you preach. They don't need to be something that defines you. If you have a thought in your head like, why is that woman wearing that outfit? It really doesn't flatter her figure. Just take a moment to pause and notice it. Observe it from a distance. Watch over it like you do a dog in a park. Okay, interesting. How do I actually feel? This woman is actually unapologetically being herself. She looks really happy and confident in the outfit that she is wearing. That's a better thought that you can then vocalize to the people you're with, or maybe write down in your journal. Practice being kind to other women. Practice externalizing kind commentary about other women. Practice picking compliments over criticisms to vocalize. If you want to be kind to yourself, you have to be kind to others. You have to build up that kindness muscle. And the best way you can do that is by being lovely about other people, is by looking for the best in other people, is by strengthening that ability to just compliment people. I actually want to read this from a Harvard Health article. Your brain has the ability to learn and grow as you age, a process called brain plasticity, but for it to do so, you have to train it on a regular basis. Train your brain to see the beauty in other people, so then you can see the beauty in yourself. How we perceive other people very much affects how we then perceive ourselves. So I really encourage you to give compliments freely. If you think something good about someone, tell them. Externalize that beautiful thought. I think that's a really beautiful thing to do, a really attractive thing to do, to be able to just compliment someone so willingly. And also, when you do give the compliment, give the details. If you feel a bit embarrassed because the compliment might sound a bit cringy because you're complimenting someone's energy rather than appearance and it feels a bit more vulnerable, I get that, but you should do it. No one's going to raise their eyebrows or judge you for complimenting them. I understand it might feel cringe or embarrassing or weird, but it's not going to come across that way. People love to be complimented, and it especially feels good to be complimented for who you are, for deeper aspects of the self rather than how you look, because you've worked to be who you are. It takes effort, but in terms of looks, you just are the way you are. Complimenting someone's personality, the energy that they give off in a room, the efforts that they make with people really resonate. Celebrate people's inner beauty. If people treat you well and it makes you feel warm and comfortable and excited to see them, tell them. Giving compliments is like planting a seed of positivity in your own head. I really do encourage you to veer away from complimenting people's appearances and rather focus on complimenting people's energy. The last thing that I want to get through to you, that I want to make abundantly clear, the pressure to look good is not coming from you. It's not something you've just randomly conjured up in your head. You don't suddenly just think, I need to look perfect because that's just my mission in life. That's going to make me feel good. I've just decided that. It's not coming from you. It's coming from the society you live in. A capitalist society that literally sells the idealized feminine image for money. Our desire to look hot is learned. The beauty and fashion industries are multi-billion-dollar industries that benefit so much from people's insecurities, from women's insecurities. I think Jamila Jamil said something along the lines of this, but I heard it a long time ago, so I'm probably going to get it all wrong. But she was talking about how she visualizes a, power-hungry, money-hungry, white male CEO thriving off the back of her spending all her money on trying to change her appearance, on buying products from his company that puts out toxic messaging into the world to make women feel not good enough, not beautiful enough. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to combating those feelings of not being good enough as a woman in a patriarchal society. Being aware of exactly why you're feeling this way and how it really isn't about you is the most powerful realization. I tell you what, ever since I started researching feminism and listened to women speak about the powers at play, the ways in which women are controlled, I've been able to take a massive step back from pressuring myself to look a certain way. It's so comforting to know that it's not your fault and that actually you're not inherently ugly or not good enough, but it's actually patriarchy that is ugly. And it makes us feel not good enough because actually it realizes how powerful we are. So what better way to disempower us than to make us feel like we need to focus on something as kind of superficial as how we look. I know, let's tire the women out by making them feel like they just need to look perfect, which actually is an impossible thing to reach. You can't ever get to this destination and be like, I can get off now because I look perfect. There will always be something to criticize. Now, I realize women that want that male validation might feel the pressure to look good even more, because to look good means getting the attention of that man. And that makes us feel good. It makes us feel worthy and loved if men think we're hot. I realise that adds another layer, another complication. And I'm actually not going to talk about that in this video because I've spoken about that in many other videos. I'm just going to link my other videos now for you to go and check out.